Okay, let's go straight across first to Ahmedabad, where I'm joined by my colleague Preeti Chaudhary. She's at the crash site, and Atul Tiwari, who's at the civil hospital there. Preeti, we are getting this news of this miracle survivor, but this on a day when more than 200 people have died. So the bigger story, of course, is that this is the worst of its kind in recent times in Indian civil aviation history. What are you hearing, particularly about survivors? We are told there's been just one survivor as of now, and we've also been told that many people on the ground are feared dead, especially the young doctors.
Rajdeep, what we know till now is that 204 are feared dead. And that's a count that I have gotten, and we're giving a conservative estimate right now. The rest, there were 242 on board. There were many of these resident doctors at this hostel, some of them still studying. I want to just give you a sense, Rajdeep. Ours was my camera person, and Sanjay and my flight was the first one to land at the Ahmedabad airport. There was a desk there, a help desk, which was set up. There's a sense of disbelief at the Ahmedabad airport right now, and flight operations were stalled, and like I said, ours was the first flight to land. Help desk set up. There was completely a pall of gloom, and I think most people are still stunned. They can't quite believe it. It's taken us a bit of a walk to come here, because this, Rajdeep, and I will through the course of this evening try and show you and our viewers if catastrophe had a picture, it would be this. As I have walked in over the last 1 kilometer, all I have seen, and I will show you, in time, there are fires which are still being put out, and this is the tail end of the aircraft, of what you can see on the crash landing of AI 171 London bound. I want to immediately try and get, our viewers a sense in terms of what really happened. I have a nurse, because this was a hostel for medical students. I have a staff nurse who works at the,
Ashram quarters.
She lives at the Ashram quarters, which is right next to this particular hostel. And ma'am, सबसे पहले अपना नाम बताएं.
मेरा नाम है आरती साधु. मैं यहाँ सिविल हॉस्पिटल में काम करती हूँ. आई डिपार्टमेंट में हूँ. मैं नाइट करके आई और सब रेस्ट कर रही थी दोपहर.
कहाँ पे है आपका घर?
हमारा यहाँ पीछे के साइड है. आश्रय मिथिला क्वार्टर्स है हमारा. बिल्कुल सामने है. जो आश्रय मिथिला क्वार्टर्स है ना, यहाँ ये पीछे का रास्ता है, वो पहले आता है. हाँ, तो हम सो रहे थे, तो एक धड़ाका हुआ, तो हमने देखा, तो बाहर निकले तो सब धुआं और आग फैली हुई थी चारों तरफ. सब आग, कुछ दिखता ही नहीं था, बस धुआं ही धुआं दिखता था.
आपके सामने?
हाँ, बिल्कुल सामने. हमें देखने आए थे, तो बाद में एम्बुलेंस, फायर ब्रिगेड सब आई थी और सब काम चल. यहाँ तो आना ही मुमकिन नहीं था, इतनी तेज धुआं और आग थी. हाँ, देखा. फिर हम तो डर गए थे, क्योंकि हमने तो पहली बार देखा कि इतना जोर से जो धड़ाका हुआ ना, तो हमको पहले तो ऐसा लगा कि बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट हुआ, ऐसा लगा. लेकिन बाहर निकले तो पता चला कि प्लेन क्रैश हुआ है. बाद में हम देखने आए, तो हमने दिखा कि ये प्लेन का वो सब तो हमने दोपहर को नहीं दिखा था, क्योंकि दोपहर को तो यहाँ आना ही मना था. यहाँ तो सब आग ही आग थी. दोपहर को तो यहाँ आना मना ही था. अभी आए तो सब दिखेगा, बाकी तो नहीं. दोपहर तो सब आग थी.
रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन यहाँ पर हो रहा था, वो देखा था?
हाँ, देखा. सब 108 वाले, फायर ब्रिगेड्स वाले, पुलिस वाले, सब मिलिट्री वाले सब आए थे. या वो खुद काम करते हैं ना, वो सब
जो पैसेंजर्स यहाँ पर थे,
वो तो हम सब ने, कुछ दिखता ही नहीं था. वो धुआं ही था. आग और धुआं, सिर्फ आग और धुआं था. कुछ दिखता नहीं था.
कुछ नहीं
दिखता था.
आप अभी आए हैं देखने?
नहीं, दोपहर को हम आए थे ना, जब हुआ ना तब हम वहाँ आए थे. लेकिन यहाँ आ ही नहीं सकते थे, धुआं इतना था, कुछ दिखता ही नहीं था.
Rajdeep, I just want to tell you, so certain eyewitness accounts there that are coming, and I also want to tell you that investigative agencies are already there. What is crucial right now, of course, there is the emotional side of all of it, and that's all too overbearing, especially at the civil hospital where bodies have been taken. But there's also a tactical side to it and what exactly happened. And this is the tail end of the aircraft, and this is where right now, we were speaking to some of the investigative, agencies that are here. This is where the black box is, because it's at the tail end assembly of the aircraft and one at the front end. And that possibly, Rajdeep, will hold, the answer to what really went down, that two engines of this Dreamliner simultaneously completely went out, and the plane lost power and thrust as it was trying to take off. I want to, give you a sense also. I'll ask Sanjay to show you. I have to say, Rajdeep, if there is a standard operating procedure after a tragedy, I have to say, I know we are 7 hours in, but even now, it took us absolutely no time to reach the crash site because there is a green corridor right from the airport that has been made. I was walking out of the airport. I didn't have the time, but I did speak at the help desk. No one from, the families have actually come in yet because everyone has rushed either to the civil hospital or they have, come right here. And I'll give you a sense, about over 1,000 rescue personnel on ground. They are from the CISF, the Rapid Action Force, the RPF, the Coast Guard, and a lot of people from around. Kahan se hain sahaba? All right. So I just want to show you ambulances still there, fire engines still there. कब से हैं सर आप यहाँ पर?
1:30 बजे से।
1:30 बजे से। क्या देखा सर? अपना नाम बताएंगे?
MJ सोलंकी फायर ऑफिसर।
हाँ जी।
देखा तो नहीं, मैं बाहर वार्डो में था विजिट में, वहाँ से कॉल आया कि प्लेन क्रैश हुआ है, तो हम इधर
तब से यहाँ पर हैं। So that's the
बॉडी निकाल दी,
हाँ जी,
बॉडी बहुत निकाली,
body बहुत निकाली।
बहुत।
Understandably, the bodies have been charred completely, Rajdeep, and I'll show you because, like I said, yes, there has been, in terms of a green corridor to the crash site, we can, we've come through that. It took me flat 10 minutes to come from the airport, Rajdeep. That is how good the local policing is here. But yes, of course, they've cordoned off the last 1.5 kilometers, and for reason enough, because I'm walking in and I'll actually show you there are fires still burning in various parts where the debris of the aircraft has fallen. One thing, when I was talking to one of the officers here, who was part of the investigative team, and off record, he said it would not be as difficult to actually pull out the black box, which one would be at the front end. Can you see that? Sanjay is trying to show you, Rajdeep. A fire still burning where, this hostel is concerned. There have been many injured. Some of them, unfortunately, there are fatalities at the hostel as well. I'm not going to give out a figure there. We're going to try and get in the exact names and give you the figures. But yes, there have been fatalities. So a fire still burning there. The fire brigade still trying to put it off. Trees completely on fire still. Smoke still bellowing. This is, a disaster zone. It's catastrophic. Whatever way you might want to call it. Sir, will you speak with us? No? All right. Lots of government officials as well.
I'll get back to you, Preeti.
The SDRF team, you can see right here, Rajdeep. This tree has been completely uprooted. But I'll tell you what, I'll throw it back to the studio, Rajdeep. And, that's it. There's a plane going overhead. And what's the irony of all of this? But I just want to quickly tell you what we heard from the investigative, the person that I spoke to. And he said because the impact was somewhat curtailed. Usually when a plane a Dreamliner-like plane crashes, the debris is spread out so it can take days to actually find the black box. Here, at least the tail end assembly is intact, and they're hoping to get to that black box first. And then, of course, the one in the front is a bigger challenge because that's the debris that's spread out. Look at this, Rajdeep. This is what it looks like. It's over a course of about 600 meters. This building right there, completely charred. There's smoke still bellowing from one of the floors. I'll ask Sanjay to actually, zero in there. And this is what it looks like for about 300 meters, Rajdeep. The smell of fuel, and that is nauseating. About 90 to 100 tons of air turbine fuel, Rajdeep. It was a fully loaded aircraft as it was taking over. And as I throw it back to the studio, I'm going to move to the civil hospital. But two things, the smell of fuel and the smell of burning flesh. It's quite evident. Back to the studio, Rajdeep. We'll see you on the other side.
Okay, thanks very much, Preeti Chaudhary. There on the ground, you can see the smoke is still billowing. There are fires still burning. That tells you the nature of the impact. I want to, at this moment, go to our senior journalist, Preeti Chaudhary, joins us from the ground. Preeti, you are in the mess area. This is close to reportedly the hostel, where at least 3 MBBS students, we are told, have died. Over 40 are injured. Take us through what you are seeing around you at this moment.
Rajdeep, we're right at the mess area. I'll ask my camera person Sanjay. So that's the wheel of the airplane. That is the tail end of the aircraft, and you can actually see part of the Maharaja logo that you can actually see. So this is where the plane made impact first on a building, is what we've been told. I just want to take you through because the students were right here. Their mattresses strewn. We can see splattered blood all over. This was the area where the plane rammed in and where the students were actually getting their lunch. You can actually, I'll ask my camera person Sanjay to show you the remnants of student life, Rajdeep. Slippers, sweatshirts, young medical students, all here having absolutely no idea that an aircraft would slam into them. So just want to take you through. This was the mess area. The police now clearing all of us from here, and understandably because a lot of press right here. Brand new shirts of young medical students, you can see. This is the mess area right here. Tables, benches. I'll ask Sanjay to actually come in. And, this is heartbreaking because you look at that, Rajdeep. Clearly somebody was eating his meal right here. And I've counted the number of thalis that more than 25, Rajdeep. This is where they were sitting. Sanjay, just turn around. I'll ask Sanjay and then you can get a view of how the aircraft actually slammed into this building. That is what I showed you right there. That's the tail end of that aircraft. This is the tables, the benches, and you can see their meal uneaten right here. And that's the tragedy of it all, Rajdeep, because along with the 242 on board, what we've been given to understand, the 3 dead from this very mess, many more critically injured. We don't want to give in numbers right now because there's no real confirmation, and that won't be responsible to do so. But what we've been given to understand, maximum fatalities have happened right here. All of the clothes that you see strewn around, some of them have been, because most of the students were burnt, charred. Some of them had injuries who were taken, and you can see actually blood-splattered walls. Back to the studio, Rajdeep.
Just tell me where you are, Preeti. This is a mess of the hostel where the students were sitting having lunch. This is about one.
The BJ.
The BJ Medical College interns.
Rajdeep, this is the BJ. Yeah, the BJ Medical. Yeah,
right.
I'm at
So
the
there
BJ
were,
Medical College intern.
So this was about.
This is where the hostel is. This was the mess of the hostel. This.
Right.
Yeah.
So these were all interns. This was about 1:35, 1:36 this afternoon. The plane takes off. They have completely no knowledge. I mean, I'm just trying to imagine the trauma that people have gone through. You're eating your lunch one moment. The next moment you see that you're engulfed in a ball of fire because a plane has crashed into your hostel. Now, do you know where the students have all presumably been taken to the civil hospital? Has the entire place in a way been completely sanitized, and has everybody is it now, has the police taken over the area?
Rajdeep, the fact is, it's clearly not sanitized if I'm still standing right at the mess. And, this is it because it's just, there are thalis there, of course, like you pointed out. No clue, sitting here at lunch hour. I've counted 25 thalis where food is uneaten, just laid with a thick pall of dust. But what we've been told, maximum fatalities from here. The area now is being sanitized slowly, one by one. The press is being escorted out because this is where, I met one of the officers from the investigative agency, and they were the ones who've been looking for debris right here. So they're sanitizing this area right now. This is the BJ Medical mess of the hostel here. Right opposite it, to give our viewers an understanding, this is the mess area. Downstairs was the recreation area, mess in terms of the kitchen. And on the sides, you can see a lot of blocks, which we showed showed you earlier. Those are the blocks, the hostel blocks. Those are the ones which are completely charred, on fire. But in terms of impact, Rajdeep, you see right at the end, the part of the plane, that was the plane that rammed in, right to the tail end of the aircraft. This was the first impact that the plane made with a building, and it started from here and then rammed the entire Dreamliner, caved in and crash landed ahead. So maximum damage is in this particular area. And yeah, you're, with what you said, Rajdeep, absolutely.
And
no
all the
clue. Like I
bodies-
said, you can see the remnants
And all
of
the
student
bodies have
life
been taken
all
away,
scattered.
presumably-
Tell me, Rajdeep.
And all the bodies have been presumably taken out for DNA sampling. Many of them charred beyond recognition. You showed us the back end of the plane. Presumably the front of the plane is what rammed through the building. Am I correct?
No, the back end, it was the tail, or at least with what, I can see on ground, it was the tail end which hit the building and then the plane crashed. So the impact happened with the tail end of the Dreamliner, Rajdeep, which we just showed you, and then the impact, then the entire plane crashed, where right ahead where the other blocks of the hostel were. So the mess
Right.
was the area, the first line of impact. This was the place, and you can see the tail end right there. And then the tail hit the mess area, the first building, and then the entire plane, of course, crashed right ahead.
Right.
So it's a Dreamliner. It's a big plane, and the impact is as massive. But I'm going to take you through. I'm going to just now leave the building. We've been requested multiple times, but that's, like I said earlier, that's a brand new shirt. Toiletries, everything scattered. Some of it, luggage of passengers. Some of it, students, their belongings. But there's nothing quite left of this particular building. Rajdeep, over to the studio. Rajdeep, I'll just going to move out of here. We've been requested multiple times. I'm going to go right down. And then we'll go across to where the students' hostels were.
Okay, we're going to leave Preeti Chaudhary there. She's at the site where, remember, the medical hospital is. 3 students, MBBS students, are feared dead. At least 45 are injured. The injured have been taken to the civil hospital, one of the largest hospitals in the country in Ahmedabad. One of the worst crashes in aviation history, says the US president. Let me go back to my colleague Preeti Chaudhary. She's at the crash site with the man who rescued the miracle survivor. Over to you, Preeti.
Rajdeep, before I go across to him, I just want to tell you, I'll ask Sanjay to just close in there. The Aircraft Accident Information Bureau, the investigative team is now here. They're about, we've been told, about 35 member team. They've spread out across the crash site, and the team of 11 members right there. So we're going to cut across to them, and maybe, they're of course not speaking to us, but the team now looking at the area, the investigation's beginning. But let me come back to the man. Sir, अपना नाम बताइए. So 108 for the ambulance. आप 108 की टीम से हैं. So these are the ones who came in. They were the distress call. 108 दबाने से आप लोग आते हैं, एम्बुलेंस टीम आती है. दादा, आपका नाम क्या है?
वारंट विकास भाई, बाबू भाई.
बाबू भाई.
हाँ.
बाबू भाई, आप विकास भाई, आपको फोन आया, आप कितने बजे पहुंचे यहाँ?
हम
आपका पूरा टीम कितना एम्बुलेंस के साथ आया?
शायद 5 मिनट में तो ज्यादा से ज्यादा सब 105 आ गई थी यहाँ पे. मेघानी नगर आई थी, चमनपुरा और ये चामुंडा ब्रिज.
तो आपका
कॉल नहीं आया था. जस्ट लोग हम खाना खा रहे थे. हमारे यहाँ से 200 मीटर की दूरी पे हमारी ऑफिस है, 1200 बेड हॉस्पिटल. 1200 बेड यहाँ से 200 मीटर दूर है, 1200 बेड कैंप सिविल हॉस्पिटल है. तो वहाँ पे हम खाना खा रहे थे. मतलब खाना खाने बैठे थे, टिफिन हमने सब खोल दिया था. जैसे हमने खोला सब ब्लास्ट हुआ, बहुत सारा धुआं और आग निकलने. तो वहाँ से हम खाना छोड़ के, नहीं कॉल नहीं आया था, सीधा हम सर्वाई के लिए चले गए.
मेरे पे कॉल आया था, मेरे चामुंडा ब्रिज को कॉल आया था. ज्यादा से 5 मिनट में यहाँ मैं पहुंच गया था. 5-7 मिनट में यहाँ पे पहुंच गया था. जैसे मैं यहाँ पे पहुंचा तो 2 जन चल के आ रहे थे.
2 जन चल के आ रहे थे. आग लगा हुआ था?
आग
लगा हुआ था पूरे में, बॉडी में
आग लगा था, पूरा ब्लैक हो गया था. और जैसे मैं यहाँ पे आया,
2 जन चल रहा था.
हाँ, 2 जन,
एक नहीं 2 जन चल रहा
थे. और जैसे लेके इसका एक का नाम था
भास्कर, जो जिंदा है अभी
जिंदा है.
वो आपके पास आया?
और EMT में था, मैडम थे.
आप लेके गए, आप दोनों जन को लेके गए?
हाँ, दोनों
दूसरे जन का नाम मालूम?
नहीं, दूसरे जन का मालूम नहीं।
एक वो खुद बोल रहा था भास्कर,
भास्कर नाम बोलता है, भास्कर।
तो मुझे फिर से बताओ, आप लोग बाहर खड़े थे तो ये दो जन आए, इनमें आग लगा हुआ था, उनको लेके आए उन लोगों को, और वो खुद चल के आ रहे थे, तो पहले आग बुझाया?
हाँ, आग नहीं, जो बॉडी जल गई थी, पूरा ब्लैक ब्लैक हो गया था
दोनों का?
हाँ, तो दो साथ में लेके आ रहे थे। जैसे हमें 108 में बाहर आता बिठा लिए अंदर।
तो आपने ये दो लोगों को अपना
10
एम्बुलेंस में बिठाया, फिर बताएं?
वो EMT मैडम थी, भावना मैडम,
वहाँ लेके गए आप? कौन सा अस्पताल? सिविल हॉस्पिटल?
हॉस्पिटल।
सिविल हॉस्पिटल यहाँ से लेके गए, कितना टाइम में पहुँच गए?
ज्यादा से ज्यादा 2-3 मिनट ही यहाँ से होते हैं, 2-3 मिनट ज्यादा से ज्यादा।
तो 3 मिनट आप भास्कर और जो एक और उनके साथ थे, दोनों को लेके पहुँच गए। क्या कह रहे थे भास्कर?
बस वही बोल रहे थे कि मेरा नाम भास्कर है, बस वही बोल रहे थे।
बस वही बार बार यही बोल रहे थे कि मेरा नाम भास्कर है, और लेके गए। दूसरे वहाँ पे था, उनका हालत वैसा ही था जैसे भास्कर का था?
ऐसा ही था हालत, दोनों की हालत ऐसी ही थी।
जो दूसरे थे वो बोल रहे थे कुछ?
वो भी नहीं, कुछ बोल नहीं रहे थे।
वो कुछ नहीं बोल रहे
कुछ
थे,
नहीं।
पर वो भी चल के आए थे।
हाँ, वो भी चल-
दोनों का हालत कैसा लगा आपको देख के?
पूरा जैसा बॉडी जल गया होगा ऐसा हो गया था, पूरा ब्लैक ब्लैक हो गया था।
दोनों का?
हाँ,
और यहाँ आप इमरजेंसी में लेके गए उन दोनों को, और फिर
ट्रोमा सेंटर में।
ट्रॉमा सेंटर में आप लेके गए,
हाँ।
और उनको वहाँ पे छोड़ा, वापस इधर आए।
हाँ,
और फिर आपको कोई मतलब और जो यहाँ पे जो जिंदा लोग लेके गए, या सिर्फ बॉडीज लेके गए इसके बाद?
जले हुए तो शायद 8-9 जनों को हमारी गाड़ी ले गई।
बॉडीज?
हाँ, एम्बुलेंस।
मतलब वो तब सर्वाइवर नहीं था?
नहीं
नहीं था।
नहीं, हमारा मैडम भावना मैडम थे साथ में।
तो आप वो लेके गए, तो आप फिर बॉडीज लेके गए। जो मेस में से जो बच्चे थे यहाँ पर, जो स्टूडेंट्स थे,
बच्चे यहाँ
आप में से कोई लेके गया?
2 बच्चे लिए थे यहाँ से,
इसी मेस से आप 2 बच्चे लेके गए?
बच्चे लिए थे। हाँ, और एक लेडीज को लिया था, करीबन 35-40 साल का हो गए।
इसी मेस से आप यहाँ से लेके गए? आप कहाँ पे, आप भी एक
मैं फर्स्ट विक्टिम हूँ।
एयरक्राफ्ट थोड़ा सा चला जाए। आपका नाम?
मेरा नाम मुकेश है। मतलब मेरे वहाँ पे जैसे ब्लास्ट हुआ वैसे हम निकल गए, यहाँ पे आए तो कोई नहीं था। एक हमारे
आप
साथ
कहाँ, आप यहाँ पर आए
यहाँ पे
सबसे?
नहीं, जो आगे वाला गेट है ना, अतुल्य,
हाँ हाँ हाँ,
ICMR के सामने,
समझ में आ गया।
आगे आगे वहाँ पे आए तो एक बंदा दौड़ के आ रहा था और बोल रहा था मेरा नाम श्याम है। उसने पूरा आइडेंटिफाइड दिया उसका, और श्याम था, वो अतुल्य में से आया था, 4 नंबर में से।
अच्छा, वो स्टूडेंट है, वो प्लेन में नहीं था?
प्लेन में नहीं था।
तो भास्कर प्लेन से निकला था?
शायद पता नहीं है, क्योंकि 2-3 लोग लेके आए थे बाहर।
उसको लेके आए थे वहाँ से?
ये लोग रेस्क्यू टीम आई ना तब आए थे, उससे पहले हम आए थे।
तो आप उसके पहले?
नहीं, उसके हम आए तब फायर के कुछ नहीं था, सिर्फ हमारी मेडिकल टीम थी। वो भी हमें मैसेज नहीं आया था, हम सब देख के आए। देख के जैसे हमने
तो आप स्टूडेंट्स को लेके गए?
हाँ, वो एक पेशेंट आया हमारे पास, उसने बोला मेरा नाम श्याम है, और जो आज सब जले हुए थे, वो बोला मैंने किसी तरह अपना रेस्क्यू खुद कर लिया, और सीढ़ी से मैं पाके आ गया।
वो हॉस्टल में था, वो मेस में नहीं था?
मेस में नहीं था, हॉस्टल में था। और दूसरा पेशेंट था, GISF का गार्ड था, और GISF सिक्योरिटी गार्ड यहाँ पे तैनात है, वो गार्ड था, वो वॉचमैन के वहाँ पे ड्यूटी कर रहा था। तो उसका सिर और सब ये बहुत जला हुआ था। वो खुद वो भी बाहर आ गया चल के, वो भी 2 आ गए। तो हमने वो फर्स्ट 2 पेशेंट को शिफ्ट किया सिविल हॉस्पिटल ट्रॉमा सेंटर में, रेस्क्यू टीम आने से पहले। फायर की टीम तक नहीं आई थी। सिविल में हमने पेशेंट जैसे शिफ्ट किए, वहाँ पे सिविल में हमने जाके बताया, किसी को अंदाजा नहीं था, किसी को कुछ पता नहीं था कि आग लगी है नहीं लगी। हमने विदिन 2 मिनट में वापस गए, तो वहाँ पे CMO सर को सब बताया, वो वहाँ के स्टाफ डिपार्टमेंट, तो उन्होंने सब देखा, फिर स्टाफ भेजा, और
बहुत बढ़िया काम किया।
फायर टीम बुलाई, सब रेस्क्यू। फिर
तब से आप यहीं पर हैं?
तब से सुबह
2 बजे से?
हाँ, 1:45 आसपास टाइम था। उसके बाद से हम यहाँ पे ही, और कंटिन्यू हम उसके बाद से तो रेस्क्यू टीम जैसे जैसे पेशेंट बाहर भेजती थी वैसे हम बाहर भेज रहे हैं।
आपका नाम सर?
धर्मेश पटेल।
आप कब से हैं धर्मेश जी यहाँ पर?
1:30 बजे से।
1:30 बजे से हैं इधर ही?
चौका।
आप जब आए आपने क्या देखा, कितने लोगों को रेस्क्यू किया?
मैंने मैडम 3-4 जिंदा बंदी को ले गया, और
जो लेके गए वो स्टूडेंट था, है?
स्टूडेंट थे।
हॉस्टल से लेके गए या मेस से?
बाहर से जैसे वो लाए थे हम
कैसे
निकल।
लेके गए आप उनको? लेते स्टूडेंट्स थे सारे?
नहीं, स्टूडेंट नहीं, यहाँ से ले गए, स्टूडेंट ही शायद।
और कितना लोग लेके गए यहाँ से?
लगभग 3-4 आदमी जिंदा लेके गए, और 6 बॉडीज भी लेके गए।
सुबह से दोपहर से ही आप यहाँ पर लगे हुए हैं। आपका नाम सर?
प्रवीण भाई।
कहाँ से, कौन सा? आप भी यहाँ पे 108 से आए?
108 एम्बुलेंस से।
अभी 1:45 से?
अभी 2 बजे से इधर खड़े थे,
कितना रेस्क्यू किया आपने?
अपने 4 किया।
4 लोग
हाँ।
जिंदा?
जिंदा 1 किया और 3
बॉडीज, 3 डेड बॉडी। आप लोग से तो बात हो गया है। Rajdeep, so this is, there are multiple teams that are working together. Now I would think it's about close to 9 hours. And it's a mammoth task, to say the least. And they've been at it. And, we did speak to one of them who pulled out, at least till now, what we know, the lone survivor of this air crash. Back to the studio.